Good morning. I'm doing this from my phone this morning because my computer was unplugged and I didn't know it. So it's on in the red. So now I don't know if I'm going to see any. I'm so used to doing it on the computer. I don't know what it's like not being on the computer. Now, just thinking next Sunday, not going to be able to do it. I'm flying next Sunday. I'm not sure what time. I haven't checked my itinerary. Not sure what time I have to be at the airport. Still chilly in the mornings, which I totally appreciate. So beautiful. So nice, even though it's cold. It's nice. And it looks like today I'm going to a church. I've been invited to go to a church today. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. I haven't been to a church. I don't even know the last time I was at a church. And this is in Fort Myers. It's different. It's not a Catholic church. It's not. I have no idea. But I can notice my mind trying to conjure up something it might be experiencing, because it's unknown. And that mind does not like the unknown. Our ego minds do not like the unknown at all. It's fearful. The unknown. There goes that thing. Every Sunday, 9:05. There's some weekly report. Anyway, so it's gonna be interesting. Excuse me. Say hi, whoever's here. I have my computer on. It's in the red. I just didn't trust it. It was slow. It was lagging. So I have my computer page on quotes from Hafiz. He inspires me. Everything that he says. Find the sweetness in your own heart. Then you may find the sweetness in every heart. And that's the depth of it. That's the depth of this, is finding the innocence, the sweetness of, like, when you were a year old. Think of when you were a year old. I see a thumbs up, but I don't know who that was from. Anyway, think of yourself as a 2-year-old or even a year old. You don't remember yourself then, but you've seen pictures of yourself. The sweetness before the mind. Good morning, Cynthia. Thank you for being here. The sweetness that you still are, but back then, as the time went on, the world or things happened, and as the things happened, there was oh boy, that computer is not doing well. Gosh, I don't know if my phone is Okay, so as life went on, there was more of a contraction. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. And how, okay, so when I was little, you're just bopping through life, not because of anything going on here. You're just being moved, just like the bird and the cat and the dog and the horse and the trees. Everything's just being moved. Well, tree moves in the wind. It's not moving. I just had an image of a tree with legs. That's another thing, the images that come. Like when somebody says something about something that's really off the wall, that's gross or something, thinking about them naked in a whatever, and you get that mental image, and you're like, you can't erase it. Anyway, that little one that Lori was so full of joy and love and loved life. No, nothing to squelch, to keep her down. And then Mom started saying how, the older I got, how naive I was. I heard somebody yesterday say something about naive at the place that, it was a man we met. And he said his wife is naive. Ooh, that's a trigger here because, well, maybe she doesn't take it that way. She wasn't there. But I did take it as a negative about Lori, that she was naive. She wasn't worldly. She doesn't need to be. And now that I haven't watched the news for, I don't even know how many years it is now, close to 30 years. But somebody said something about apparently there was a shooting again recently. And I'm like, I knew nothing. And I don't have to make an excuse. I don't have to feel contracted. There's an actual comfortable ability in this body when I say, I don't watch the news. I haven't watched it for 30 years, and I don't care. The world makes it like I'm bad because I don't care. There's nothing I can do about it anyway. So why would I have that in all of that negativity in here? There's absolutely nothing I can do about a shooting. Nobody can. Even taking the guns away. Still, the person is going to do what it's going to do if it's believing its thoughts. And I know that when I say that person, like Hitler, was innocent in believing his thoughts, if I judge him as wrong, then I have to judge myself as wrong. That's how deep this goes. Deep isn't really the word I'm looking for. But anybody we judge as doing life wrong, whether it's the shooter. Well, Peter was watching some show, I don't know what it was on, and it was about this guy who killed, a girl went missing in Alaska, and the way they found this guy was sheer amazeballs, is what Jeannie would say. I can't even imagine. It was so whacked how he ended up in Texas and they found him from an ATM. Anyway, come to find out, he killed people across the country. Unsolved mysteries. The FBI started going back because once they found him, he confessed to all kinds of things. But when you think about the minute that happens, you think of the innocent people who were dismembered or okay. Because he dismembered her and put her in bag and put her in the first girl or the last girl in bags, garbage bags, and put her. Oh, and the more details, the more horrible it feels inside, and the against him. All of that is living in you. All of it is living in you. That resentment, that bitterness, that judgment of that being wrong. When you realize that who you are is not, okay, so in this dream, we seemingly have a body. We've taken on a body. The energy, whatever is doing this, takes on a body. And as the body seemingly goes through the timeline, it has a birth and a death. That is not who you are. That is not the person that you think that you're identified with is what's causing all the problems in your life. What you believe are problems. I'm not good enough. Something's wrong with me. It doesn't look like it should. And the others, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it comes up with judging others. This hurts this body. When the whole time, this is not who we are. So if somebody is died, dismembered, or whatever the hell, and somebody did it, the victim and the perpetrator, all of that is part of the story that you can be out of, as Jesus said, in the world, but not of it. You don't have to be of it. You can watch it like a play going on, and you don't get sucked in. You don't get emotionally involved. So there's no pain. If there is pain, you know you're identifying with this ego, with the mind, the mind-made me who did something and somebody's done something too. All of that is a mind-made me. It's not real. It's only in your mind. A story. All the stories you tell. Oh my God, we were at a party yesterday. It's a beautiful house right down the street. There's a housewarming and beautiful. But the stories, oh my God, I was listening to the stories and then telling stories. Okay, there's nothing wrong with telling stories. There's nothing wrong, period. Even the guy who did, there's nothing wrong. It's only our minds that come up to shit, what looks like shit, and say, oh, that's wrong. How? All of that disturbance, that resistance to what's happening, or who said what, or who's done something to me. Anybody you think of that has done something to you, and your mind holds resentment towards. Thank you for the heart. I don't know who. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you here. But anybody, think of your past, or who even somebody right now, and you've got so much venom and anger towards them. I can say that I have none of that for anybody. It's the most beautiful feeling when you don't have any resentment for anybody. No, I see, okay, so there's a couple that I know, I've talked about them before, and he looks like the perpetrator and she's the victim. They're just playing out patterns. That's all it is. Patterns in their mind. They were brought together for a reason, for healing. If just one of them has to be willing in the dream to look at it, to change the patterns up. But he has said things, she's told me, about me that's horrible. It doesn't define me. that judgment or that horrible feeling he's holding against me is living in him. Does not define me one bit. I'm very clear. And in the same time, I found the sweetness of Hafiz says, find the sweetness in your own heart, and then you find the sweetness in every heart. The sweetness has been found here. Not an end game. It's not an end game. There's still, I mean, who knows what's coming. We have no idea what's coming. But I know the sweetness of this man's heart. This is just a pattern of lack, and there's something wrong with me, and the pain he's feeling inside. Nobody can blame you and say horrible things about you unless they're hurting inside. They have to be hurting inside in order. Thank you. Yes, somebody's agreeing. Or no, that's me. That's right. The phone does that now. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's my own it's my own thumbs up. Okay, so that pain, no matter what name he calls me or his wife or whatever, that all of that venom is living in him. So all I can have is compassion, because he doesn't know. He literally has zero clue why he's reacting the way he is. And recently he actually cried, and he's admitted that he's depressed. And it's so easy to see because he's recently retired. He used to have a lot of money coming in, and he's done well for himself, very well for himself, putting away or whatever. But he doesn't have that identity anymore. He's not controlling the minions, his mind, not him. The mind is not controlling people anymore, telling them what to. He doesn't go every day to a job where he was the boss. He was the CEO, which gives the mind, that's probably the only place he felt good about himself, really, because the rest, that and driving his boat and his Mercedes, those faults, they're nothing in this world makes you feel better. Subconsciously, you feel like shit, so you have to have these things. The purses, the whatever. Deep down, subconsciously, you don't feel good enough. That's the bottom line to our ego minds. I'm not enough. And it has to have things to make it feel better. If I carry this bag, it makes me somebody. Try to go without it. Be on your own. I don't need anything. Seriously. I do. We drive a 2002 Dodge Caravan and a 2016 Ford Taurus, and I love them both. They get me where I need to go. I don't need to have anything fancy. Even if I came into a lot of money, maybe we'd get something newer, but it certainly wouldn't be anything fancy. It would feel... And they're not saying fancy is wrong. That's just but you notice how you feel driving that car. Actually, when you first get it, but that goes away. Anything in the world you get excited to get at first. Hi, Nikki. Oh, it's good to see you here. Yeah, you have to hold up this image. I am somebody in this car. Or I am somebody holding this bag. Or I am somebody. That somebody is holding you hostage because it's an identity. Every single identity we have holds us hostage in this dream of separation. Girl, I drive a base model 2021 Armada. It's only because I travel so much. I love you. I love you too. I don't give a shit what anybody drives, even the Mercedes. But this man I was talking about, it's about look at me in the Mercedes, and if anything happens to this car, if you happen to touch it or look at it wrong, there's so much anger in him, but I see the innocence. He's just believing his thoughts. And he's scared to death. He is scared of life. He had it all, he thought he had it all set up a certain way for him, and now that there's no job to go to, the money is not coming in like it did before. He's got plenty of money coming in monthly, but it's, oh my God, it's going away. And God forbid, his wife wants to get some gifts for somebody who's coming to their place for Christmas. And he says, are they getting us something? Say that attitude, the look, that's all from the ego. That's all from the false self that's not real. But we believe it's who we are. And it hurts. It freaking hurts. Shaul. Okay. Hello. Anyway, it hurts. That mentality is horrible, but it's a lot of people have that that ego mind is so that all those identities that we hold is always looking for something better. It's always looking for a better something in the world, and nothing, hear me, absolutely nothing in this world is ever going to make you happy. I don't care if it's billions of dollars. Look at Michael Jackson. Look at Elvis. Look at Whitney Houston. Robin Williams. The freaking list goes on. They have all the adoration, all the money they wanted. It wasn't enough, because the worldly shit is never going to make you happy. You got to go inside and find the love that you are. The joy that you always were as a kid. It's still there. It didn't go anywhere. The only reason you're not living that joy and love is because you believe the thoughts. Oh, shit. I have to reply to this. The joy and the love is still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. Somebody posted on Facebook saying, I wish I could go back to life when it was easy and fun. It still is easy and fun. The only reason it's not is because there's fear. I was talking to somebody else on Facebook. They posted something about money. And I said, what a different world this would be if money wasn't even a thing. Jim Carrey says he wishes everybody got rich and famous because they'd realize that's not it. They wouldn't be taking their lives or drowning themselves with drugs to shut out this. There's nothing else but rich and famous that makes the mind think that that's it. It isn't it. Nothing in the world, not another relationship. That's why there's so many people jumping to different relationships, because the mind thinks somebody else is better. And then there's that little, ooh, hiding behind the backs of the, and that gives it a high. Hiding behind somebody's back, doing whatever, thinking that that's what love is. That's what joy is, or whatever. It is not. That's the thing. It can make you so deluded you have no idea what you're doing or why you're doing it. But the sneaking is because you don't want to be caught. Why, if it's so much better, why didn't you just go for it? Why is the sneaking? It's only temporary. it's not going to fill you up for long. It's just another pair of pants or another skirt. That's all it is. And then it will, that if you do jump to it, that will get to be it's constantly looking for something outside of it to make it happy. And that ain't ever going to happen. Never. Nothing in this world. You gotta go in and realize the love that you already are and have been ever since you were little. Before you took on these concepts of, I'm a Lori, I am naive, I did something wrong. All of that hurts. Makes you shrink down, and then it's got to fight life as it's coming. And if somebody says something, there I go. Somebody says something, what the hell? Hi, Johnny. Thank you for being here. I know this is not your favorite topic. I don't even know why you're here. Anyway, when you drop all the identities that you've picked up, literally, they're just patterns in your mind. And as the patterns get seen, if you're open to this message, just a little bit open, all you have to do is be a little bit willing to see, oh, I'm doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Ain't gonna be a different result. It's the same shit, different day when you're stuck in this. But it really isn't the same shit. It's constantly changing, constantly. But we don't see it because we got blinders on. We don't see the bigger picture. We don't see the trees blowing. We don't see the blue sky. We don't see our hands and how grateful, Johnny, how grateful you are for your back. Judy Lynn, oh my God. You must have jumped on by accident. But it's good to see you. I don't know if you're even still here. But we take for granted our hands. What? Till something goes wrong with your hands or your back. I don't know why in this life I am 60. I don't have ailments. I haven't been to the doctor since I was 20. I don't know if it's because I'm grateful for every day. I don't know, but there's a lot of gratitude here for everything, for being able to see, I was sitting here this week having lunch, looking out over the water and the palm trees, and I'm going, God, I wanted to live here so bad when I was younger. When I first started coming here, I was like, oh. And now I am. What? I have to pinch myself. And I get to fly home. I get to fly to Turks and Caicos and what? I don't know if it's because I'm life is easier than fighting it. Anything you fight keeps that identity here, and it hurts, and it makes you cynical. It makes you not appreciate even talking, eating. Oh my God, there's nothing better than eating. I love eating. Yesterday we were at a house warming party, the most beautiful house. I ate. I don't even know what I ate. There was so many cool, different things there that I tried because they come from Norway. These people come from a different country, and wow, oh my God, great people, by the way. Norwegians, I don't know. They are the sweetest, most giving, loving. You just feel good around them. I love being around all of them. It just feels good. Anyway, I'm going to a church today. I got invited to go to a church with some women. And it's not a Catholic church, because hell no am I going. Christina, yes, I'm going. I'm going to go. And I have no idea what's ahead. I have no idea, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see. So come and get me. I'm ready. Once this is done, I have my special clothes, church clothes. But I've got pants. I got layers because it's freaking, I don't even think it's maybe it's 60 degrees. It is freaking cold here. But I'm not complaining. I'm loving the mornings crisp. We keep the windows. Actually, we've been closing them just because I want to keep the heat in. I haven't done that since May. But it's been, gosh, I think it's well over a week that it's been dropping in the 40s at night. But it's cool. Back to, where was I? Anybody want to remind me? Okay, we're going to the church. I'm interested to see, because it's a black pastor, and I've only seen it in movies, and I just want to be part of this. I want to see what it's like. It's a friends and family day, and we're doing it for an elderly lady that I love. She just invited us to go, and so I've got pants on, girlfriend. You know me. You can wear shorts. Go for short. Your shorts are adorable. They're not gonna judge. Well, if they do, that's in their head. It's not in yours. It doesn't have to be in yours. If it's in yours, don't do it. If you're judging yourself, don't do it. Or do it and face it. Face your own judgment. None of this is about somebody else's. When somebody calls me, whatever the frig they call me, what do you call me, Christina? Church clothes, shorts? Yeah, what? It's not a Catholic church. If it was, hi, thieves. See you soon. Anyway, I'm just wearing leggings. They're kind of like leggings, I guess. They're black pants. Anyway, I gotta be warm. Number one. But it's short sleeves in case, so I can take it off if it gets warm. So, church clothes. Now I'm way off the track. It was so good morning. I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. Johnny, oh my God, Hawaii's like 6 or 5 hours. It's 6 hours this time of year, I think. It's 5 hours after the daylight savings. Yeah. 6 hours. It's freaking middle of the night. Anyway, so, squirrel. Does anybody have any questions? Something that I said has to have triggered something. Because there's a lot of people that watch this after I post it, more than they're here live. A lot more. But if you have questions, if this brings up a question, freaking put it. 4 hours. Really? Well, Johnny was on Maui, and it was either 5 or 6, depending on the daylight savings time. I don't know if it's different for the Big Island. I don't know. It must be all the same time zone over there. Anyway, so, finding the sweetness in your own heart. You find the sweetness in everybody's heart. And you can't help it. The sweetness is the love that you are. That sweetness of think of a 1-year-old. How sweet. I cannot wait to see my grandson. He now knows my voice. He calls me Yaya. Big Island is 4 hours. Okay. So it's different than Maui. So, he now recognizes my voice because I don't really text much. I talk because it's so much easier. There's no miscommunication. And plus, So much easier. Surprise, surprise, I talk. When somebody texts me, I talk back. And now he's noticing my voice. It's yeah. So the innocence, the sweetness of this little boy is the sweetness of every single person here. That's the innocence, the sweetness that never went away. It's just been covered by patterns of thought saying, I'm blah, 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 blah. Church lady, only 3 from, I forgot. You're in California. Okay, 3 hours. I was thinking you were in Maui. You know, what the, I forgot. Okay. So, church lady. Oh, shit. So another thing, let's go back to Hafiz. I was saying happiness is always there within you. It's just a matter of recognizing it. It's a matter of recognizing the happiness that's already there without all the thoughts of I'm. Whatever you write down, if you wrote down, I am blah, 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 every single thing that you write down is an identity that you believe about, yourself. The thoughts believe about itself. It's so hard to talk about because you are not those thoughts. It's just a program in your head. It's not real. It's taken from a past. Like, I've done something wrong. The bottom line is I've done something wrong because we believe we've been kicked out of heaven, where you notice all the gratitude and love. It's the same thing. You feel like your mind, boy, how can I say this? Your mind has thoughts about the identity. So that identity knows there's something missing. That's why it's going into the world to find something to fill it up. And we think it's money or cars or houses or a relationship, another person. That's not it. That will never, ever satisfy you. It's nothing in this world is ever going to make it truly happy because it's looking for something to attach itself to make it happy. That's not it. Every single attachment we have hurts because we know we're going to lose it. The thing is, you're not really attached to anything, and you're not going to lose anything. People who come and go in your life and have died, you haven't lost them. When you're identified as a body, you've lost them. But you can't when you know that you are just love in action. No different than a bird. No different from anything in life. Any other person is that same. Or what I did last week about the bag with 1 billion holes in it. Turn it upside down, put the light in. All those billions, 8 billion holes or whatever, is representing a person. But the light inside of it, the light that shines out is what you are. The light hasn't gone anywhere. It's just been covered by a bunch of identities, thoughts about you. And then when you go to a party or something and you're done with the party and then there's talk about the party. That's all imagination. It's all thought of a past that seemingly happened but really didn't because there's only now. That is all the story of Lori, the story of Christina, the story of Johnny. It's the stories that they're literally thoughts going on from a past, thoughts going on from thoughts. Can't you touch a thought? Have you ever touched a thought? You can see them when you start realizing, oh, that's just a thought. Oh, brings you right back to right here, right now. That's the only thing that's happening. Really, nothing is happening. Really, nothing is happening. In reality, nothing is happening. Gino! Hi, Gino! Wow, oh boy. I don't know if this is your first time watching me talk on here, but I'm going into something that I've never ever talked about, that nothing is happening. There's literally now, past and future. It's not real. It's living in thought. It's not reality. And when you drop past and future, there's only now. Hi, Laura. Oh, thank you for being here, sweetheart. We missed you at the Grinch party. Big time you were, especially when we were taking we all thought of you when we were taking the candy canes and taking them from the Grinch's crotch and putting them in. Anyway, we missed you big time. Because we all love you. The story of Lori, such a great tale to touch with every thought. Morning, Lori, morning, glory. Hi, Jimmy. Thank you. Oops. Ducks. Something happened with the ducks out there. Wow. I've never seen them like that. Something agitated them. Maybe there's a gator in there. That wouldn't be the first time. But, oh my God, back to the thoughts. Back to the now. Ooh, I love it when I get on a roll like that. The past and the future, you have to. That was the beginning for me, seeing that the past and the future is not real. It's thought. And when something seemingly happens, we go to a church, we go to a function, and then after, your mind starts working on who said what, who. All of that judgment is living in you. And it constantly comes. It's constantly having a commentary about life in your head. And that's what's causing all the pain and suffering. It's literally not even real. It's thoughts. And when you recognize them, you don't have to go along with you. Like, oh, yeah, here we go again. There it goes again. But love it. Don't hate it. That ego mind is your friend. It's really not your friend in the dream, but it can be your friend as long as you love it. Love that little girl. That go right back to when you were little. Love it. Exited ducks, Oregon #1. Oh, yeah. Excited ducks. That's exited. Excited ducks. Oh, I forgot about the ducks. The Oregon ducks. They're #1 in football. I thought they were. Are they football? I thought they were basketball. Oh my God, I'm gonna get so much shit for that one. Anyway. If you guys literally have any questions, maybe I can make it easier, because it's not, I know this is not easy to understand, but if you can just be a little bit willing to, because your mind will work on it, because it's so opposite of the way everybody's living. But right now, there's so much pain and suffering. There's so much fighting going on in families around me, if not just families, everywhere. And I'm just watching it all. You don't have to be fighting anybody. If somebody says something to you and it hurts, they are not your enemy. They were put there from seemingly outside of you to have you turn around and say, thank you. If you're willing, your mind, your ego mind, that one that has all the identities, has a defense armor around it. Don't come close. And if somebody does, then you're going to blame them. The thing is, they are your gift. They are literally your gift to go. Why did that hurt? Why did somebody calling me a fucking asshole hurt? Do I believe I am that already? That's it. Because if they called you a fucking pickle, it wouldn't hurt because you don't believe it. That right there can end all suffering right there. Because it's really challenging to believe you're not this body. That has to be the most challenging. But there's something about this message that goes, that you can feel might be the truth, because it feels there's something in there that knows, because that little mind taking on this me, as it takes on all these identities, when you back up to the truth of you, the innocence of you, the sweetness of you. I love that. Hafiz saying the sweetness of you knows that that's the truth. The hardness, that's what I wrote this week. It came through. Something about the hardness, that was the best. Oh my God. So I wrote this whole thing about hard and soft, because the sweetness is soft and the hardness is the ego. That's the ego. That hardness is what covers the sweetness, because it's louder, it's more in your face, it's more, that isn't reality. The sweetness is reality, because that's the love that you are. So, what the frig? Ricky would say, squirrel. Okay. It's been coming back pretty good. So that sweetness, that love, and the hardness, I wrote that whole thing out, and I said, and I don't usually post something just wording. I like to put a picture with it. So I save pictures. My camera is more full of photos that have saved from Facebook, everywhere else, than it is photos from real life, this life. So I go back to look for something. The very first thing. God, am I going to be able to find it? The very first thing was a meme about hard and soft. I was like, what? Well, of course. Because when you're flowing with life instead of fighting it, synchronicities, things happen. Downloads come. Lately, there's been downloads of knowing something that I couldn't have known, but it just it's what it was. And I don't know if it was because there was a knowing, because, when you say something that somebody should do or whatever, you say, well, I know what their reaction's going to be. Okay, So with my girlfriend, I said, nope, you don't know. Change that knowing. He's not going to come back, blah, 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 blah. I don't know that. That's past behavior, but that's past belief, thought. It's a new now. Hi, Lisa. It's a new now. That past is gone. But if you believe it, hi, Ton. And thank you for being here, you guys. If that belief from I know how they're going to react, of course they're going to react like that if you know it. If you know it, how could it be anything different? Try it. The thing is, if you try it and it doesn't work, you don't shopping and decorating. No, I haven't put a tree up in 25 years. I have not decorated for Christmas since Trav was 16 and Taylor was 12. They wouldn't want to help me, and I said, I ain't doing it then. And it didn't bother them. So I got rid of all the stuff after. I didn't take it. I wasn't going to put a tree up in the camper when we were. And then here, why? We go to Maine. Angel and Taylor decorate. We don't have to decorate. Oh, it's such a relief not to have to. I like looking at it. Somebody else's, but I'm not into it. I'm not into that, Alicia. Of course you're done. You were done before Thanksgiving. You're living Christmas all year. You didn't decorate this year? Bullshit. I don't believe that. I saw your tree up before Thanksgiving. Anyway, bullshit. Oh my God. Johnny, it's almost an hour. He's the one that put in my head, they go too long, because it used to be well over an hour when I used to do the other ones. And then I always had his voice in my head. That's too long. But you're having fun, aren't you? I am. What? Just tree. Okay. Wow, Miss Santa Claus. I can't believe it. We'll have to have a talk. But I'm going to Turks and Caicos on Tuesday. So next Sunday, I wanted to make sure. I'm not sure because I'm coming back on Sunday. And I don't know. I didn't look at my flight, so I'm not sure. They're on the same time frame as me. I think. Shit, I didn't even look at that. Does anybody know if the Caribbean is the same? I don't know. If it's the same time. Not feeling it this year. Ooh, I guess we do have to talk. Well, if you can drop the identity of the me needing to blah, 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 something's working in ya. Something's working in ya. Big time. Now, you can take that into a sad place or something's wrong with me. I'm doing something wrong. Or look at it as a change is coming. So fight it or go with it. How does it feel inside your body? This is with everything in life. You either fight it internally, he blah, 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 she blah, 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 or go with it. Okay. If it hurts, look inside, thank them. Thank them for calling you whatever or doing something to you, which isn't happening. Go inside. Go inside. Ask yourself. All you have to do is ask. Why is this hurting? Show me. Why is this hurting? Not fighting, just going. Yay, girlfriend. Thank you, Ton. Thank you so much. Yes, happy Sunday. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's such a beautiful day. Every single day has been beautiful here. The cool and the warm in the afternoon. I don't know. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message or do it under this, after I post this, put it underneath there. Ask. If somebody's watching this, God, I've had 600 people at one time on this thing. I am shocked. Anyway, if there's a question, just put it down there for me. This was awesome. I freaking love talking about this. Can't you tell? Because I just want the freedom for every person to find the sweetness that they already are. They've just forgotten. We're all of every single human being is it. No matter what it looks like to this. Don't fight. Enjoy. I love you. Thank you. Cynthia, you just know. She just knows when it's coming to an end. I appreciate you. Every single one of you. I hope you feel the love. Each time I imagine all of your faces, I'm just... If you don't feel love from anywhere else, it feels like you're not... Come here on Sundays and I'll love you to pieces. Anyway, have a great rest of your week. And hopefully I'll see you next Sunday. Not sure, but I'll post something when I find out. I love you guys.